Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, blessings, and safety to you elect out there. This is the brother Yeshaya. This lesson is going to be a short, concise lesson, straight to the point. And you see the title. This movie confirms everything. All right. Now, this movie just recently came out in the theaters. I wasn't privy to it, but you see the actress right here. She played in a couple things. She played on ATL, not ATL, Atlanta. Childish Gambino. She played on that Black Western. She's pretty cool, pretty dope, up and coming actress or whatnot. But I saw the clips of this yesterday, and it's a very interesting movie, man. So basically, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm gonna let the clip speak for itself, and then the lesson, will basically tie in through that.
Been trying to hide it anymore. In just 1 month, they released 2 movies with the exact same plot, same theme, same everything. Both feature dark cults, strange ceremonies, and wealthy members making ritual sacrifices for ultimate power. The question is, why are studios pushing this exact dark theme right now? You see the pattern in Ready or Not too, but They Will Kill You makes it impossible to ignore. Today, we're diving deep into They Will Kill You to unveil what this film reveals about the real-world system and why Hollywood has given up on hiding their true intentions. In They Will Kill You,
Okay, so yeah. See, the thing is, the cat's out the bag. Okay, their skirt has been lifted, and all of their secret doings are out in public. Okay, so to basically try to do damage control and to save face, so to say, they're just gonna just throw it out there. Okay, with hopes that you still have sheeple, okay, or slow belly people that will write it off as entertainment, or it can't be true because they're showing us this, but in actuality this is what they do behind the scenes. Okay, this is what these people do behind the scenes, man. This is part of their whole basically their whole mantra. All right, what they come in, they don't have a moral code or a moral standard. Their moral standard is Satanism, okay, bestiality. It's just the wild man, okay, like that freak Aleister Crowley, do as thou wilt, okay. That is he said, do as thou wilt. That should be the whole of the law. Basically, going against everything that Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah once set up on this earth, but there's nothing they can do. All right, so yeah, I don't want to play the rest of this clip, but it's very interesting.
the runtime York City high-rise looking for her sister. She is told that wealthy elites live in that building, and many girls who work there have gone missing over the years. What she doesn't know is that the residents belong to a secret cult that serves a dark lord. The building is actually...
And then when you actually go, because I saw a preview, a whole preview, well, not a preview, a review of this movie, and it's basically Satan. Okay, they have a head. You saw the pentagram. You saw the pig's head, okay, which is abomination, okay. So and that's what these occultists, or what these people do. They do everything that's opposite of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah's ways, laws, statutes, and commandments. Scriptures say that they are profane. Lest there be any profane person as Esau. Okay, let's start off with that. All right. Let's go to Hebrews. Is it 4? No, it's Hebrews 12, I believe. 12 and yeah. This is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So there you go. Okay, there is no other profane person on this planet, as far as nation-wise, as far as Esau, Edom. Okay, and the Lord had that set up because basically, you know, they are the physical counterparts of the spiritual demon Satan on earth himself. Now I know a lot of people don't get it, all right, because we don't care, but that is the fact of the matter. Okay, these people are the walking representation, the physical embodiment of the spiritual demon Satan here on planet Earth, man. And you gotta watch people like that. Okay, you got. And these people, they're still up to the Lord. Did not like the scripture I'm gonna get next or later. His wickedness has not been altogether wiped away. So this perfect devil, okay, he's a perfect devil. All right, how the Lord set him up, you know, he's doing everything that the Lord wants him to accomplish, and that's on the left hand side. And you can't sleep on that, man. All right, and the Lord is really gonna turn his wickedness up and show you, okay, that this man is the wicked, like the scriptures, describe him as. All right, let's go ahead and get that. I didn't want to get these, but you know, it's all through the Spirit. All right, Malachi 1, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So it's perpetually up for Esau, Edom, man. All right, Amalek from generation to generation, man. Okay, and the Lord's about to do good on his promise by destroying these people, man, putting them in servitude under us for 1,000 years, and then for them to be permanently eradicated, as going to the book of Obadiah. All right, but going back to the subject, all right, these people really are the spiritual demon Satan operating on earth. All right, incarnate, aka in the flesh. All right, 2 Thessalonians 2, and man. Let's start at 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he's the power. So this guy has a major God complex, which Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gave him that, all right, complex to, you know, the Lord basically created his own arch enemy and our own arch enemy, right? But the thing is, he's in control of it at all times. So Satan did not fall from, he did not get kicked out of heaven, all right, because he missed a chord, you know, on a melody or something. He hit a high note right, or like whatever. He got, I don't know, whatever y'all say he got kicked out of heaven for, whatever poppycock, you know, y'all come up with. Hey, it doesn't matter because it didn't happen, all right? But yeah, so this guy, he has to go, man. Remember ye not when I was with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he now will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the brightness of his mouth, with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. Now let's get that in the NLT to see what it says, because maybe the NLT will break it down a little better, pretty much layman terms. Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9. This man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles. So yeah. So, you know, basically he's doing the bidding of Satan here on this planet Earth, man. All right. And this chapter right here is the ultimate head lob, the ultimate, how would you say, expose. All right. Scopeo, the expose on Esau, man, because it is calling him out. All right. And oh, man, I might have to read down to 12. Like I said, I ain't have many. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust of O daughter, O Slakia. Isaiah 40:71, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Okay, so damn. And you know, this is the daughter of the Chaldeans, so that's how you know the inner workings of this system and what these people do behind the scenes, man. Because the Chaldeans, they were what? Witches, warlocks, they were into all that, you know, left hand magic shit, man. And these people are doing it today. All right, they went back to Egypt, they got their shit. All right, they they you know, went back to Ham, okay, and got their shit back from the garden, man. You know, and now it's being executed today. All right, and a lot of people are falling for the spell, but the scriptures say there is no enchantment against Jacob, so the elect will be all right. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. So there you go. All right, the Lord said, you know, he would not meet thee as a man. He's come back as an angelic power to take what's his, what's rightfully ours, man. All right. So let's go down to 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. So, hey, ever since, you know, scriptures say the wicked being born, strange born, telling lies, man. Okay? So these people, you know, the baby say goo goo gaga, that's a lie. It's a damn lie. You know, there is no right in these people, man. All right? And you know, and the scriptures say, marvel not, because Satan was able to even transfer himself into an angel of light. All right, and that's what these people do. They'll, you know, act like they're all buddy buddy. Hey, pal. Yeah, all right, but the whole time they thinking about, you know, drugging you and doing you know, unsaid things to you. You know, that's what happens, man. Okay. You can't be around these people, man. And Jake got to wise up, because, you know, if not, the Lord's going to really show you why you shouldn't have these people around you. Just as Job said, he disdained them to be, you know, to be around his livestock, man. Because this is the wild man, okay, the caveman. Stand out with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries where thou hadst labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. So there you go. Go to, you know, your magi's and, you know, your high satanic priest, you know, on the left hand side, and they're gonna tell you all the same thing, man. Okay, they're gonna tell you the results that they saw, you know, from Operation Looking Glass. They're gonna show you these, you know, tell you these visions that the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai set upon thee, and you know that your time is short. Right, the scriptures say he knoweth that he hath but a short time. How does he know that he hath but a short time? If the Lord hasn't revealed it to them through their what? Astrologers, stargazers, monthly prognosticators, right? So y'all already know. Y'all already know it's a wrap, okay? But the thing is, when you know it's a wrap and you can't do anything about it, only thing left to do is crash out. And Esau's about to crash out, man, on a high level. All right? And if you're of the elect, you're not going to be able to, you're not going to be, you know, judged by the sword, okay? Because that's an extension of judgment. There's 4 different types of judgment the Lord's about to, you know, release on this place. The 4 winds of heaven, which represents destruction, all right? Genesis 3:1. The serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which the Lord Yahweh power had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Now, you know, we always go into this, all right? That serpent was not a snake. So when you go into the serpent, it's not Nahash. Yeah, and here's the root word, Nachash, right? To practice divination, divine, observe signs, learn by experience, diligently observe, practice fortune telling, take as an omen. To practice divination, to observe the signs or omens. So there you go. All right. So this man, he was basically a sorcerer, And he had left hand. He showed Eve that left hand, left hand philosophies, and just everything that's being played out today was showed into Eve, and it said what she took the fruit. Okay, what she said it was good. All right, so that's talking about she was basically picking up what this serpent or this man was putting down. All right, in the garden, and then gave it to Eve, and thus you have the fall. Okay, the great falling away, one of the great falling aways. All right, the first actually. And to end this, I'm gonna go to one of my favorite chapter books. To basically yeah. And I remember when I first came in, I had to be like, damn, like, do I'm supposed to help everyone? Like, I know, like, the Lord, it's a scripture in here, because we had started with the Bible, then the Apocrypha. Okay, when we started, opening our minds, and we was able to, start eating meat. Okay, as it matured, and this is this is one of my favorite ones, man. Sirach 12:4. Give to the godly man a help, not a sinner. Of course, if you see Jake panhandling, if you got a couple dollars spare, let him have it. But if it's a demon, if outwardly he look like an Edomite and you don't know for sure, and you haven't tested his spirit, it's just safe to just ignore him and tell him no. All right, but if you see your people help, if you have a couple dollars, but they can't be a demon though. Okay, you can't give it to them to buy cigs or whatever else. All right, but anyway, not to go too far off subject. Let's skip down to 10. And this is what I quoted earlier. Sirach 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. So that's where the elect stand as far as knowing Esau Edom for the perfect devil that the Lord made him to be. Okay, we're not going to get wild. You're not about to set us up. You're not about to, especially in these times to come, you're not about to come over to our house just to take it over or invite us over for us to be your next meal or whatever. Okay, you got 2/3 Jakes out there for that. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to guide his elect. And, Lord willing, as being part of the hopeful elect, man, we're going to be good, man. So, Lord willing, I was edifying. I want to end it with that. I want to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachahagwadash. Double honors due to the apostles, bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace, blessings, and safety to the Lord's elect out there. And until next time, Shalom.